Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. I have returned for this week's episode of At Home with GSM. Hopefully my absence, I hope everyone wasn't too sad. I was just ill,
Just dying.
just dying. It was a thyroid, stomach, everything. I had the flu, the plague, like the
Yeah.
modern plague. But yeah, this week is another Liv's choice. It sounds so weird saying that. Um, and I chose FOMO because I feel like so the fear of missing out and social media pressure just because I don't deal with it as much now, but like I used to when I was a teenager, have major FOMO. I'd probably
Yeah.
say I have JOMO more now.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think especially when I was in secondary school, FOMO was a big thing. Like, I always wanted to be everywhere, and now I'm like, I've got agoraphobia. I don't want to leave my flat.
I don't want to be anywhere. I just want to be at home.
Yeah.
And I think I just find people, whether it is an age thing, I don't know, or just my personality developing, but like I find people a lot more draining now than when I was
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
maybe it's like, maybe I always have, maybe it's realizing now that I actually have autism, as I say with my STEM thing that Jamie gave to me.
Yeah. I
Um,
think I've always been very much an introvert anyway. So it's kind of yeah, I think now I'm just kind of like, I don't need to be around people. I need like you and obviously my partner. I'm like, I can spend an indefinite amount of time with you both. But anyone else, no
yeah,
thanks. Like,
because we saw each other like a lot at the weekend, didn't we? For your
yeah,
like birthday stuff. So,
my
and I didn't get
triple
really that,
birthday weekend.
yeah. I didn't really get that drained from the socializing. I was more drained from like the actual doing stuff, like the going to the
Yeah,
event.
I think, yeah, we both know that I was dead. We both napped after we
I
came back
know.
from Comic Con. I never nap. I can never nap during the day, but we both fell asleep. And yeah, I think that's what it was. But it wasn't like the actual being around you and obviously my other friends and things like that. It was just draining actually
Yeah.
being outside.
Yeah, it was because it was like I love our on tangent already, but like it was like um because it was Comic Con. So when we first went, it wasn't that busy because we got the VIP. But then after the VIP bit ended, everyone just like swarmed in, and then I was like,
Yeah,
this
and
is a
I think
lot.
you and my partner both looked at me and was like, "We need to get her out of here," because
Yeah,
I was like, "I cannot handle this."
because I'm like, if obviously I've not got agoraph, well, I don't know, maybe a little bit, but like
Yeah,
I don't like crowds for one. So it's
yeah,
like if I'm feeling anxious and then you've got agoraphobia, it's going to be like that times two. So I'm like, if I feel bad, James is going to feel even worse. So
yeah.
we gotta go, or we gotta go.
I know, and then it was Storm flipping Amy, and we would. Oh, it
Oh
was
my
horrible.
God, walking back. I wonder if that's where I lost my shadow legs
Maybe,
because I got a little Lego shadow and he doesn't have any legs.
maybe, yeah.
Don't know.
Who
Oh
knows?
well. Um,
But yeah,
but
going back to FOMO.
do you want to start or me?
Um, uh, you can start.
Okay. So FOMO comes from our brain's reward system. We're doing a lot of psychology stuff in this episode, just because I enjoy psychology. Um, yeah. Um, and because of the reward system, as humans, we're kind of wired to want to be included. Goes back to the caveman. I was gonna make a caveman grunt. No, no. Goes back to like caveman times to being like part of a tribe. And obviously avoiding loss. So loss to them was food and hunting. If they missed the hunt, they wouldn't eat. Whereas to us, it's I didn't get invited to that party. So it's very
Yeah.
different, but kind of there are similarities. It's like when you have the fight or flight thing, obviously, like I get fight or flight in a crowded space, but that's because we've inherited that from our ancestors because we see it as a threat. Whereas to them,
Yeah.
a threat and would be like an attack, I guess, from
Yeah.
somewhere else. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, do you want to go to the next point?
Yeah, social media amplifies it with likes, trends, and exclusivity. I said that right, and I'm very proud of myself. So
I
like
know
things
you got there.
like for someone that cannot talk, this is yeah. But things like limited time, early access, that sort of thing. So like obviously like we talked about TikTok quite a lot, but that's
Yeah.
kind of the main thing is like, oh, do this today and you'll get loads of like followers and things like that. And it's kind of like you miss out
Don't
almost.
miss the
Yeah.
trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We may have a boy
And
coming to
then
join us. Oh no, he's gone onto the window.
oh, you kitty cat. Um, Whenever we talk about Jasper, I just think of the queso meme where he's like kitty. I thought that's my
Yeah.
favorite. Um, and then I did a bit of used a bit of a psychology person that I learned in psychology. So I'm gonna butcher his name. I'm so sorry, Robert. Robert Cialdini, because I think he's Italian. Principles of persuasion. So he talked about scarcity and social proof. So there's 7 principles. So you've got reciprocity. I'm trying to think of psychology class now. Where if say it's like we're like obviously like best friends, we both benefit from the friendship because we both want to be in it, sort of
Both
thing.
reciprocate it like at the same time. Like,
Yeah. Whereas
yeah,
if I wanted to be friends with someone and they don't like me, it's like unbalanced, that sort of
yeah,
thing. Or if they were like obsessed with me, it becomes like creepy, like
yeah,
obsessive, that sort of thing. Scarcity, again, that's where both people don't like each other. So it's like it's just not gonna work.
yeah,
Authority, so if somebody's got more power than another. Commitment and consistency. So again, that'd be like me and Jamie doing this sort of thing. Like we talk like every day. So it's like committed to the friendship.
yeah,
Consensus and social proof. So that's like if we're in a social setting, would we still like obviously act as friends? Would other people see us as friends? Sorry, best friends, best friends. Obviously, yeah. And then
sisters.
also, yeah, sisters. Um, and then obviously it was liking each other. Liking's quite an
That
interesting one.
helps.
Yeah, liking's quite an interesting one because you can obviously, I'm sure, like we've both probably done before, you can pretend to like someone for social proof. So to make everyone else feel comfortable, you pretend to like someone, so no one feels like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I know all about that.
yeah,
So yeah, 60% plus of millennials admit to making purchases because of FOMO to not get left behind with trends and things like that. Um, I definitely, when the whole Stanley Cup thing was
yes,
really popular. I mean, I didn't buy a Stanley Cup because A, I'm poor, but I have like 2 cups now that we bought from like B&M.
like Dukes,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
because I was like, I want a Stanley Cup, but that's also I like having big drinks anyway because of I'm autistic and it helps me drink more. But yeah,
yeah,
and things like Labubus. I want a
yeah.
Labubu. Why? What need do I have with a Labubu? But I want one.
Yeah, I think it's like I'm trying to think of something that I probably well, I guess with like gaming and stuff, obviously like when the Switch came out, the first one, I was like, oh my God, I want it
Yeah,
immediately. And then obviously I bought it because I kept seeing the advertisements and all that. But it was a worthy purchase. But
yeah,
yeah, it's like that I usually get dragged in with like video games and that sort of thing is what I'll kind of be like, oh, I'm gonna buy this. Or any like merch from something that I like. Like
yeah.
I've got a massive Kirby because I like the Kirby games.
It's like I've just bought with my birthday money all the Harry Potter books.
Yeah. Like I've got all the
And
Game of Thrones books and
I don't know if
I'll
you can
probably
see it.
yeah.
Yay! Also, we're in Five Nights at Freddy's. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know
we
if we
didn't even
even
say.
mentioned that. We
I love how we just assume that people will know. We're
Five
like,
Nights at Freddy's.
yeah, this is our office.
We're nerds, okay?
Yeah. If you see like Freddy Fazbear in the background, he's actually not planned to be there, so Jamie might be in danger.
Oh God.
Oh God. What was I gonna say? Oh, I wish I had my Bonnie thing. It's fine. It's fine.
Where's mine? Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Mine.
Yay!
You can't see if I hold it in
Forever
front of my face.
Freddy. Love it.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So why can FOMO be deadly? And we have a couple of real life cases for you
As
because we are
well.
true crime nerds. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Do you want me to do the list or do you want to do it?
If you do the list, because I'm taking the first case, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine. So you've got kind of, besides obviously the true crime that we're going to talk about, um, symptoms of kind of FOMO and also like becoming addicted to FOMO-ish things and like social media. So you've got distractibility, irritability, decline in productivity, decline in communication, sleep disturbances, anxiety, stress, clinical depression, decreased life satisfaction, non-clinical OCD, body image issues, low self-esteem, and issues of mobility as well. I think issues of mobility is an interesting one because when I looked at that for the list, it was saying that um so for example, like both of us obviously having our own like illnesses. With FOMO, like you can feel like you're missing out because of those illnesses if they like
I
restrict
feel
your
it.
mobility. Yeah,
I
I
feel
do.
it constantly. It's like things like, so I have chronic pain, so I struggle to get out of bed most days. But it's things like Dav, my partner, he'll go into town, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could go with him, but I'm in so much pain that I
Yeah.
can't. And it's things like, even like going out on a night out and things like that. I haven't been on a night out since I was 21, so like 4 years, because I
Yeah.
physically cannot do it anymore. Like I just can't.
That's actually a good point because obviously I went to see Pierce the Veil well recently, and I went out with a friend and while we were out, because I did go like out because I struggle with my thyroid and then I have like a paralyzed stomach, so I get pain as well, like Jamie does, especially when it's hot. And obviously, it's hot in a club. And then I just felt like my thyroid started really flaring up. And again, like I can do these things, but it's like really, I have to really use all my energy to
Yeah,
like actually do it. Um, and I did quite well. I lasted till like 2 a.m. I was like dying.
that's crazy.
The next day, I was just like, I hurt everywhere. Um, but yeah, or if my stomach's playing up and obviously I'm like paralyzed,
Yeah,
then I can't go anywhere, I can't move. So it's like then I miss out on things and stuff. Like I've wanted to come around to yours
yeah,
before, but I can't because I'm ill.
yeah,
So it's like it's annoying.
yeah.
It's annoying.
The
But
boy
yeah.
coming. Are you
The
coming to say
boy.
hello? Here he. You cannot see him. There he is. He
Oh,
elbowed me.
Jasperino.
Ow.
He's like my podcast.
Yeah. Okay, so the first case of true crime we have is the case of Brad Burton. Brad, I can't even talk. The case of Brad Burton and Sam Wall. So they met, and the meeting between motivational speaker Brad Burton and Sam Wall, who I'm guessing was just an everyday woman.
Yeah, she was just wanting to learn from him basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, tips and
Um,
stuff.
it lasted less than a minute. She posed for a photo with him after attending one of his workshops and later left a glowing video testimonial. Um, Mr. Burton says that it was unremarkable, just one of the thousands of people I must have met over the years. 2 years later, she started attacking him online.
That is a long wait. When I read that, I was like, that's a long time to just randomly be like, you
Yeah,
know what?
screw you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in hundreds of posts, Wall described him as manipulative, a psychopath, and a sociopathic abuser. Day after day, she accused him of making death threats, breaking her windows, and killing her, like unaliving her cat.
I bet she did that, you know.
And they were all false
Mm,
allegations. Wall, who was 55 and a social media consultant, pleaded
right.
guilty to charges of stalking and sending false messages at Manchester Magistrates Court last November.
Yeah,
Her
it's a
sentence,
recent one.
so it's really recent. Her sentences were delayed for a second time last week, so 2 weeks ago in terms of when this is coming out.
It's
But the
a,
judge told her to expect a prison sentence.
but yeah, so I'll let Jamie finish the other bit of it, but um, there was some talk of her having obviously sort of mental health, which doesn't excuse what she did, but obviously she's basically formed like a parasocial relationship with him, where she thinks that in real life that they're like friends or in a romantic relationship. I can't remember which one she said, but it's almost like when you have a celebrity and you create that bond with them, but they have no idea who you are. Hello, I'm talking about parasocial relationship.
He broke the blinds.
Oh no.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I was just saying about parasocial because I said about this bit where it's saying about has a chronic delusional mental health illness.
Yeah,
I think that she created a parasocial relationship, and I was just saying it's like we're fans of some celebrities, so I'll use like I don't know, like Jacksepticeye. But obviously, we know there's a difference between like he's an actual person. We're just fans of him, and we like him as a person. We
yeah,
don't think that he's our friend.
yeah,
Like, if I met him and I became friends with him, then I would say he's my friend. But it's like
yeah,
she thought, I think that either they were in a romantic relationship or that he was her friend. It was, yeah.
yeah.
Um, and then I don't mind doing this last bit. The conviction was in relation to two victims. So there was him, and then I think his like PA, so businesswoman Naomi Timperley. So even the PA was attacked as well for like no reason. This poor woman, she's like, I just work here,
Oh
leave me
God.
alone. But I don't know. I
Yeah.
think she thought that the PA was standing in the way of them two
Yeah.
somehow. I don't know. Um, and then the second case, I'll do a trigger warning. We're talking about a young boy who was only 13 who was unalived. Called I think it's Ollie Stevens.
Yeah.
I've kind of cut out some of the stuff because it was quite like intense. It kind of went into like obviously graphic detail what happened. Um, but so I was just saying on the thing, I'm not sure if these were last year. I think Ollie Stevens was a few years ago. I can't remember the date. I think it was like 20 when I'm thinking about when I did it at uni. I think it was about 2015, 16.
Oh, okay.
Um, so Amanda and Stuart Stevens watched their son from separate windows as he left home, not realizing it would be the last time. Ollie wandered over to a field at Bugs Bottom, opposite their houses, sliders on his feet and his phone in hand, and 15 minutes later had been unalived. The phone he was holding would provide the answers to what had happened. Ollie was attacked by two teenage boys in the field behind his house after they recruited a girl online to lure him there. The entire attack had been planned on social media and triggered by a dispute in a social media chat group. His parents were shocked to discover the murky world of violence and hate that their son and his friends inhabited through their phones. Um, so the investigator, when I was reading this, he went kind of onto Ollie's phone and had a look for himself, um, and basically said that because he's left his name out of this because he's a private investigator. But they hunted him, tracked him, and executed him through social media. So they were basically harassing him there first. So they created like a almost a public execution, like getting rid of his character, breaking his character down so people would turn against him. Um, and his kind of father was saying social media is not guilty of the murder, but it did nothing to protect him, and without it, he'd still be here. So it's social media isn't to blame, but social media is also to blame because it's the way that they used it and the fact that these social media apps they haven't got enough to protect young people on them, which they
Yeah.
still haven't. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd do and watch a lot of true crime videos. I thought I'd do as well a bit about Ollie, so the victim, like kind of what they. It's not on the nose, but I thought I'd do a little homage to him as well.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, he. I read that obviously he enjoyed like gaming with his friends. Um, he enjoyed sort of like your stereotypical. 13-year-old boy, Minecraft, Roblox, all those sorts of things. But yeah, it's just a shame that it wasn't stopped before that happened. The two girls, I think they are in prison. You'd hope.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so they're serving their time, and I think they were tried as adults as well.
Yeah.
So as they should be.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jamie, how can we deal with FOMO, and what is JOMO?
Um, so JOMO is the joy of missing out. So it's JOMO is the calm, confident opposite of FOMO. It's the joy of missing out, obviously.
Mhm.
Feeling content. Oh God, we could finish this in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Finish feeling content and even happy about saying no, slowing down, or not participating in everything. It's rooted in mindfulness, self-aware, gratitude for where you are, and trust that not every opportunity is your opportunity. I think, especially, I mean, we said this at the beginning, but as I've gotten older, I realize that it is more JOMO now that I have. I'm very happy doing my thing, and I don't really, feel the urge to hang out with everyone all the time, if that
and I
makes
think
sense.
yeah, and I think like other things come into play. So obviously this is kind of our like sort of like personal thoughts and ways we cope. But I think obviously like you have to think about money. You can't really if you want to do stuff all the
Yeah.
time, can't afford it. um Another interesting thing is you'll quickly find who your actual friends are. If you say no to doing things that cost money and they're like, oh, you're such a bore. Like I'm happy just going around to Jamie's house or her coming here or whatever and us just chilling. Like we don't need to spend money. It's just I'd rather
Yeah.
spend time. Like to me, time is more important.
Yeah,
Um
I
like
definitely agree.
and it's if people get mad at you for, not wanting to spend loads of money or do something, they're not really the great friends. Even if as well if you explain that obviously say you can't afford it and things. Um, I think for me as well, obviously having like issues where it affects me being able to do certain things. I just want to focus more on my health and not burn myself out, like burn the candle, like doing work stuff and then um socializing. I want to make sure I have time for like resting as well and
Yeah.
recuperating and like because I didn't used to have any boundaries, whereas now I'm quite a lot better with boundaries. Um,
Yeah.
it took getting burnt out severely to get there, but here we are. We made it.
Yeah,
And I like having fewer friends. It's easier to deal with.
definitely. Like I remember in school, I used to be quite you've been in a group of about there was about 15 of us friends, and it would because I grew up near the beach, so we would go to the beach pretty much every day after school and that sort of thing. Every weekend, I would
Mm.
be with this massive group of people, and now I'm like, yeah, I've got like three friends, and I'm pretty happy with that. I don't need
Yeah, like doing stuff
more
all the
than that.
time gets exhausting. And there's other stuff
Yeah.
like that I want to do. Like I like to game and stuff. So sometimes I just want to do
Yeah,
that.
I just want to be by myself. I want to, scroll through TikTok by myself and
Yeah, even though we're probably still sending each other stuff, we're still
yeah,
like chilling. So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. So,
but
yeah.
yeah, I think that's kind of everything really. It was
Whoop,
a
whoop.
more of a chilled episode with a little Jasper cameo. Just
He's gonna be the bane of my existence today. It's because Dav's been at home all week and now he's like, Dav's at work again. Time for me to be a dickhead.
he's like, "Where is father?"
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway, thank you for watching.
thank you for
And
watching. We'll be back next week. It should be both of us
yeah,
with another episode. Jamie, you can choose if you want again this time for the
yeah,
next one.
I'll have a little think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it.
But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Have a fab rest of your week because it's Tuesday here for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for watching.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.